Hi students. So that we come across the different aspect of what you call the genetic material as well as the different process which are taking place in the cell, and now we reach the final process of the transformation of genetic information or the expression of genetic information. That is what we are going to study in this chapter. That is what we call the translation. Okay, so ನಾವು ಏನು ಕಲಿಯೋಣ, translation ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕಲಿಯೋಣ. ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಷನ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಪಾಲಿಮರೈಸೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಮೈನೋ ಆಸಿಡ್. ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಟ್? ಪಾಲಿಮರೈಸೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಮೈನೋ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಷನ್. ಸೊ ಬಟ್ to do this or polymerization ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ it will going to take the help of the sequence of nucleotides. It will take the help of sequence of nucleotide, that is what we call genetic code present on mRNA. ಹೌದಾ? So to do this polymerization, the cell or the process is going to take the help of mRNA. So already we studied the what is mRNA and how actually it is going to appear. So again I am going to repeat it. Okay. So now that process is going to be defined in different way. What is that? Polymerization of amino acid by the help of or by sequence of nucleotide present on the mRNA is called what? The process of translation. ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿಬಹುದು. ಬಟ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ನಾವು ಪಾಲಿಮರೈಸೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೋತೀವೋ ದೆನ್ ದ ಅಮೈನೋ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲಿಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಅಮೈನೋ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಈಸ್ somewhat like this. It is having four what you called the different the things which are attached to the carbon. So here we are going to get COOH and here we are going to get NH2. Okay, so one end alli COH irtada, innond end alli NH2 irtada, and this is going to interact with one more amino acid, that is NH2, here COOH and R dash consider H. ಹೌದಾ? ಇಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಆದಾಗ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ? ಪೆಪ್ಟೈಡ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಹೌದಾ? ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್? C, here C interaction is going to remove a molecule of H2O, is going to form CN and here H and here O. Okay, what we call CONH bond ಆಗಿ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಬಾಂಡ್ ನ ನೋಡಬಹುದು. This bond is called peptide bond. Got it? This bond is called peptide bond. So this what you call amino acids are going to join in a such a way and to form a big polymer or a long chain of amino acid they are going to form by the taking the help of or sequence which is present on the mRNA. Okay, very simple. But the thing is now what we have to what you call analyze, that which part of this amino acid, okay, is taking part in identification of codes or codons present on the mRNA. Is it that? Okay, so yes, we have a question now. What is that? Which part of the amino acid is involving in identification of codons present on the mRNA? Then the question become more complex. Why? Because we don't have any specific things on this amino acid to identify the sequence present on the mRNA. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಈ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಅಮೈನೋ ಆಸಿಡ್ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ನಮ್ದು ಯಾವುದೋ ಮೂಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ, ಓಕೆ, ಈ ಅಮೈನೋ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಯಾವುದೋ ಮೂಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ mRNA ನ ರೀಡ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಯಾವುದೇ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿನ ನಮಗೆ ಕಾಣಲ್ಲ. Okay, so we are not able to get any kind of property which can be read by what we called amino acid, that is mRNA sequence. It is highly impossible. Then how they are going to do this? Then how polymerization of amino acid takes place? Okay, here we have to understand one more thing, that to do this polymerization of amino acid, there is a requirement of the property in amino acid to read this codon, but that property is not there in this particular amino acid. Then somebody should be there to help them to do this. Okay, ಈ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಅಮೈನೋ ಆಸಿಡ್ ನ ಜಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಪಾಲಿಪೆಪ್ಟೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅಥವಾ ಪಾಲಿಮರ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾರೋ ಒಬ್ರು ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ದಟ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪರ್ ನನ್ ಅದರ್ ದೆನ್ tRNA. Okay, so who is that fellow? That is going to, they are going to take the help of tRNA. So translation na ನಾವು ಕಲಿಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ we have to read or study all the aspect or all kind of factors which are involving in the process. Okay, so now first we'll study all these properties and later we'll go to the translation. So one by one ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಕಲಿಯೋಣ, what are those components which are involving in the process of translation. Okay, so ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು first involvement ಯಾರು ನೋಡಬಹುದು ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ, requirement of nRNA or RNA mRNA should must involve in case of this translation process. ಅದು ಬೇಕೇ ಬೇಕು, ಅದಿಲ್ಲದೆ ನಮಗೆ ಏನು ಸಾಧ್ಯನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. Second component which is very essential, that is amino acid. Okay, so ಈ mRNA ನ ರೀಡ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾವು ಪಾಲಿಪೆಪ್ಟೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಏನು ಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲಿ, ಅಮೈನೋ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಬೇಕು. And next one, to help the amino acid to arrange in a particular sequence, we need a helper to read the sequence of mRNA, that is tRNA. So ಈ ಅಮೈನೋ ಆಸಿಡ್ಸ್ ನ ನೀ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಕೊಡಪ್ಪ, ನೀ ಹೀಗೆ ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಆಗು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾರು ಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲಿ, we need the helper molecule or adapter molecule, that is called tRNA. And to join the amino acid and to what is called help reading of mRNA and attachment of the tRNA, we need one site. Okay, ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಪಟ್ಟೆ ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗಿ ಕೂಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅಥವಾ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಸೈಟ್ ಬೇಕು. ದಟ್ ಸೈಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ outside the nucleus. That site is called ribosome. Okay, ella agtadappa ee process outside the cytoplasm, sorry, outside the what you call nucleus. In case of cell, it is going to take place in a cytoplasm. Okay, cytoplasm alli agtada. Yaar help inda agtada, ribosome help inda, tRNA help inda matte mRNA help inda. So ಏನು ಆಗ್ತದಪ್ಪ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, polymerization of the amino acid ಆಗ್ತದೆ. So first we will study what is mRNA, how actually it is look like. Already we studied, again I am going to repeat it. And later we will study what is tRNA and what is ribosome and how actually they are going to involve. That all thing first we will study and later we will go to the steps of translation. Let's start. First one, we will start with the mRNA. So now ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಪ್ಪ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ, already we studied that what is mRNA, how it is going to produce by the what you call DNA, that already we studied. But structure ಮಾತ್ರ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೀನ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ. ಏನಿದೆಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ mRNA is having polarity of 3' to 5'. Okay, ಅದು ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು. Second thing, there are nucleotides which are copied from the template strand of DNA. ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ಈ RNA ಮೇಲಿದೆ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಟೈಡ್ಸ್ ಇದಾವ. ಈ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಟೈಡ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಕಾಪಿ ಆಗಿರೋದು, ಟೆಂಪ್ಲೇಟ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟ್, ದಿ DNA. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಟೈಡ್ಸ್ ಓಕೆ ಏನಿದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, they all are not going to transcribe to form the amino acid. ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆ? because the beginning, we know very well that beginning of 5' is having the unusual the what we call the nucleotide, that is what we call the cap region. ಆ cap region ಏನಿದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ methylated G cap ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಅದು unusual nucleotide ನಾವು ನೋಡಬಹುದು. That is not going to involve in case of protein synthesis, first thing. Second thing, after this we are going to get some sequence. They are called UTR. Okay, ಅಥವಾ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಟೈಡ್ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಬಹುದು. These nucleotides are not going to involve in the protein synthesis. They are called UTR. What do you mean by UTR? Untranscribed region. Okay, so or untranscribed nucleotide regions. Okay, so after this what we are going to get? After this we are going to get promoter. Nenapideyala? Okay, so promoter. What is promoter? A sequence of, okay, a sequence of nucleotide which is going to help in attachment of ribosome. Okay, athwa a specific what you called the region irodrinda a region ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತದ what you called the protein synthesis begin ಆಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅಥವಾ start ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು help ಮಾಡ್ತದ. This actually the sequence which is present here is AUG. ಪ್ರಮೋಟರ್ ಅನ್ನೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ AUG ಅಥವಾ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಕೋಡಾನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಸಿಗ್ತದಪ್ಪ? ಆಲ್ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಟೈಡ್ಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟ್? ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಇನ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಸಿಂಥಸಿಸ್. ಅಂಡ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್, okay, so before 3' end we are going to get what? One interesting what we called nucleotide sequence, that is what we call any one of this, that is UAA, UAG and UGA. ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದ? This is called stop codon. Any one of this may appear at the end. After this again sequence called UTR, untranscribed region. After this we are going to get many adenyl sequence, that is what we call poly A tail, and later we are going to get 3' end. So this is how the mRNA look like. Okay, so untranscribed reason ಯಾಕೆ ಇರೋದಪ್ಪ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, because when there is a attachment of ribosome, trial run ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ. After that, why the UTR require? After that also the attachment of the releasing factor and release ಆಗೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ರನ್ ಆಗಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಈಸಿ ಆಗಿ ಸ್ಮೂತ್ ಆಗಿ ಆ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್ ನ ಎಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಲಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಅಗೇನ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಗೆಟ್ ದಿ UTR region. So this is what the mRNA, the structure of mRNA. ಏನಿರ್ತದಪ್ಪ? that is the cap region as well as the poly A tail, and we are going to get the UTR region and start codon, stop codon, again UTR region. So this is how the mRNA look like. So ನಿಮಗೆ ಇದು ಮಾತ್ರ ಸಾಕು. ಈ ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, this one is helpful in case of NEET exam. Okay, so NEET ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. This is what the structure of mRNA. Next one, that is what we need, the most important what we called the RNA is called tRNA. Okay, tRNA na adapter RNA ಅಥವಾ what we called, it is also called the adapter molecule ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. So why? Because this tRNA going to involving in transfer of amino acids, okay, to the respective part of the what we called mRNA to read it and to what we call join the sequence of the amino acid, make the polypeptide chain. So that's why it is called adapter molecule. So transfer of amino acid ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅದನ್ನ transfer RNA ಅಂತಾನೂ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. adapter ಅಂತ ಯಾಕೆ ಕರೀತಾರೆ? So because it is going to act like an adapter between the two amino acids during the protein synthesis, so called adapter molecule. Okay, so when you look at the structure of this tRNA, already we studied this also in RNA word, but still I am repeating this. You know very well, there are 5 arms of tRNA. Okay, so tRNA ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು arms ಇದೆ? 5 arms. So it starts from 5' and ends at 3' with a very specific sequence called CCA. ಹೌದಾ? 5 arms ಯಾವ್ದಪ್ಪ? This one is the first arm is called amino acid loop or binding loop ಅಂತಾನೂ ಕರೀತಾರೆ ಅಥವಾ arm ಅಂತಾನೂ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. amino acid binding arm ಅಂತಾನೂ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. Okay, second one is what? Second one is exactly opposite to it, and it is having 3 what we called specific nucleotide which are exposed outside the rim or outside the loop. Loop ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಮೂರು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಮುಖ ಮಾಡಿರುವಂಥ ಅಮೈನೋ ಆಸಿಡ್ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಟೈಡ್ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ಇರುವಂಥ ಒಂದು ಲೂಪ್ ಇದೆ. ಇದಕ್ಕೇನಂತಾರೆ ಆಂಟಿ ಕೋಡಾನ್ ಲೂಪ್ ಅಥವಾ ಆಂಟಿ ಕೋಡಾನ್ ಆರ್ಮ್. ಓಕೆ, ವೈ ದಿಸ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ part of the tRNA is able to recognize the sequence of mRNA. ಈಗ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ how actually the amino acids are able to come and join themselves, to form a polypeptide. That is by the help of the tRNA because of this anti-codon loop. So this is able to identify the specific sequence of the mRNA and able to transfer the amino acid in a particular fashion. Okay, so apart from this we have a 3 arms. ಈ 3 arms ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾನು full detail ಆಗಿ already ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನಿಮಗೆ. One is DHU arm, one is T-Cyc arm, and this one is variable arm. So these are 3 arms. And how many bonds are also, that already we discussed, 7 3 4 4. Okay, so 7 5 4 4 internal bonds we are going to get here. Okay, so this is what the structure of what we called the tRNA. So the specific part of the tRNA which is going to bind with the amino acid is called amino acid binding arm. So amino acid is going to bind here, and very interesting thing is that every amino acid is having a very specific tRNA. Okay, so if methionine is going to attach to this loop, then it should have a very specific anti-codons. Okay, so code ಯಾವ್ದಪ್ಪ, ಮೆಥಿಯೋನೈನ್ ನ ಕೋಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಯಾವುದು, AUG ಆದ್ರೆ ಅದರ ಆಂಟಿಕೋಡಾನ್ ಏನಾಗಿರಬೇಕು, that is ಅದರ ಅಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಕಾಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟರಿ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. A is going to bind with a U, U is going to bind with a A, and G is going to bind with a C. So that sequence we are going to get here. Got it? So every specific tRNA is specific for a specific amino acid. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಮಿನೋ ಆಸಿಡ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಒಂದೇ tRNA ಇರಬೇಕು, highly impossible. Then it is not able to read the mRNA. Okay, so that's why ಏನು ಬೇಕು ನಮಗೆ, specific tRNA. Specific tRNA ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ specific amino acid bind ಆಗ್ತದೆ. That's why we are able to read very easily the mRNA sequence. Okay, that's why the tRNA plays a very crucial role in case of the formation of polypeptide or the protein synthesis. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? This is why the tRNA is called the adapter molecule. So ಇದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ complete process is completely vanished. Okay, so we are not able to imagine the process of polypeptide formation and reading of the sequence of mRNA and the joining of amino acid, the bringing of amino acid to the specific site. It is highly impossible. Got it? That's why it is called the adapter molecule. Okay, so and the particular AUG reading tRNA is called initiator or initiating tRNA ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. Okay, so if it is initiating the process, that is called initiating tRNA ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. or starter ಅಂತಾನೂ ಕರೀಬಹುದು, ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ starter ಅಂತಾನೂ ಕರೀಬಹುದು. if there is a what we called specific mRNA which is initiating, then it is called initiating. If it is ending, then it is ending. But the thing is that UAA, UAG and UGA, all three are stop codons, and this all three not or don't have any tRNAs. ಈ ಮೂರು ಕೋಡಾನ್ಗೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿ tRNA ಇರಲ್ಲ. That's why the process is going to be completely stopped by these 3 codons. ಈ ಮೂರು ಎಲ್ಲಾದರೂ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ, ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಅಥವಾ ಮ್ಯೂಟೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾದರೂ ಬರ್ಬೋದು, ಕೆಲವೊಂದ್ಸರಿ ಯೂಶುವಲಿ ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ಇರ್ತವೆ. ಸೊ ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಇದು ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀಸನ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಆಲ್ 3 ಒಳಗೆ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ, there is stop of the polypeptide synthesis. Why? Because there is no any tRNA to read this. That's why they are called stop codon. Hope you understood the role of tRNA and mRNA in case of the transcription. The remaining thing we will discuss in next class. Thank you. Hello students, welcome to the new session of biology. So in previous class we come across what actually the translation and how the translation is going to be controlled by different kind of factors. Okay, so now ಏನು ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ different what you called components ಅಥವಾ ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು the requirements of the translation ನಾವು previous class ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ. Okay, so ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಕಲ್ತ್ವಪ್ಪ ನಾವು actually, that is what is translation and how the translation is going to play a very crucial role in expression of what you call gene. Okay, so gene na hege express ಮಾಡುತ್ತೋ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ mRNA as well as the tRNA, how it is going to convert. Okay, so their what we called the coded state to the amino acid, that what we briefly what we call studied, we come across ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. In this particular video we'll study in detail the mechanism of the translation. So translation ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲಿಯೋಣ. Okay, so translation in case of prokaryote and eukaryote, it is maybe similar, but when we are going to look at a particular part of the process, we may get some differences. Okay, so ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನಮಗೆ differences ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay, so our difference ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. So after that we'll take in detail study of the translation in case of prokaryote as well as in case of eukaryote. So with that we'll study differences also. Okay, so the translation involves the following steps. The first one, the activation of amino acid. Okay, first step ಏನಪ್ಪ, activation of amino acid. ಯಾಕೆ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ later. Second one, initiation. Okay, second step is initiation. Third step, elongation. And fourth step is termination. Okay, so first step is activation of amino acids. Second step, that is second step initiation. Third step elongation, and fourth step is termination. That step which is going to end the process of translation. So ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಈ ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲಿಯೋಣ. Okay, the first one, that is activation of amino acid. Okay, so ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ನಾವು ಬಿಡಿಸಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ you know very well that we require for everything. Okay, so for everything means biochemical reaction ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ we require what? We require energy. Okay, so we have energy rich molecule in our body, that is ATP. Okay, that is ATP. So in some reactions ATP is directly going to involve by dividing or separating the bond between the phosphate, and released energy is going to be involved in case of the process of biochemical reaction. In some kind of reaction, ATP is not directly going to release the energy. Instead of that, it is going to bind with some molecules which are involving in the reaction, and thereafter when they are going to what we call begin in their reaction or going to enter in the reaction cycle, there they are going to separate the ATP from the main chemical and going to release the energy. So here also we can see the same kind of the process, that is ATP is not directly going to release the energy here. First it is going to bind to that of the amino acid, charge them, and later they are going to involve in case of the process of the translation. Howda? So this is the most important step in case of the translation. Why? Because without energy there is no reaction. Got it? Without energy there is no reaction. So all biochemical reactions require energy. Maybe in case of DNA replication, maybe in case of RNA formation, maybe in case of what we call translation or any other kind of respiratory or less digestion reaction. So all the reactions which are taking place in case of the body, they require energy. Howda? So the most important step in case of the process of translation, transcription as well as replication, that is the requirement of energy. To fulfill that, the first step in case of translation is activation of amino acid. So yadapa activation of amino acid. So you know very well that the translation process is taking place in cytoplasm. Okay, so in case of cytoplasm. Cytoplasma is what we call the site for what we call the reaction, which is what we are actually studying, translation. So process of synthesis of amino acid takes place in a cytoplasm. Okay, so the remaining the translation, that is DNA in the DNA and the replication agodu, DNA in the RNA agodu, that is in case of nucleus. After this, RNA is going to what we call release out of the nucleus and is going to reach the cytoplasm. So remaining thing, that is processing in case of RNA, processing in case of eukaryote, as well as there is no any processing in case of the prokaryote. In case of eukaryote, that is going to take place in case of cytoplasm. So the cytoplasm is the site now what actually we are studying. Okay, so we begin with this particular step and what we call study one by one the all the steps. Okay, so the first step is what is that? Activation of amino acid. Activation of amino acid is also called amino acylation. Okay, activation of amino acid ಏನಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ? Amino acylation ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. So why? Because here the most important enzyme. Okay, amino acid acylation ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಒಂದು enzyme ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈ process ನ amino acylation ಅಂತ ಕೂಡ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. Actually this process is going to what we called takes place in case of cytoplasm, and in this process we are going to get charged amino acid which are going to bind with the tRNA. The tRNA ಗೆ amino acid bind ಆಗೋ process ನ ನಾವು amino acylation ಅಂತ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕರೀಬಹುದು. And very important thing, that is the enzyme which is going to involve here amino acid tRNA synthase. Enzyme involve ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಕೂಡ ಇಲ್ಲಿ amino acylation ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನ ಕರೀಬಹುದು. Okay, so what is that? Activation of amino acid ಅಥವಾ charging of amino acid ಅಥವಾ amino acylation, all three are similar. Okay, so ಇದನ್ನು ನೀವು charging of amino acid ಅಂತಾನೂ ಕರೆಯಬಹುದು. Okay, so what is going to happen here? The first step, that is in cytoplasm. Okay, this is going to happen in case of cytoplasm. So protein synthesis start ಆಗೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆನೆ ಈ process start ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು. So why? Because when there is a beginning of the what we call protein synthesis, then there is a continuous addition of amino acid. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು process stop ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ. So it may create some kind of difficulties. Okay, so that's why ಈ process protein synthesis chain initiation ಆಗೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆನೆ ಆಗಿರುವಂತ ಒಂದು ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಥವಾ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಆಗ್ತಿರುವಂತ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್. So before the initiation of what? The translation. Okay, so cytoplasm ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತದಪ್ಪ? That is we have many amino acids, okay, so which are involved in case of the protein synthesis. These amino acids are going to react with energy rich molecule called ATP. So ಈ reaction ಏನಾಗ್ತದಪ್ಪ? amino acids and ATP ನಡುವೆ reaction ಆಗ್ತದೆ. This reaction is going to be conducted or stabilized by the enzyme called amino acyl tRNA synthase. Okay, ಈ enzyme ಯಾವ enzyme ಇದು amino acyl tRNA synthase ಅನ್ನೋ enzyme is going to help in case of formation of complex. What is a complex? The amino acid and ATP complex. That's going to form a bond between the, or form a complex between the ATP and the amino acid. So ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು amino acid ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಬಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕ್ತೀನಿ. Okay, this one is ATP. ATP is having 3 phosphate. Okay, ಇದನ್ನ A ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. We have 3 phosphate. So when the amino acid tRNA synthase is going to act on this 2 in presence of Mg plus 2, okay, ion, okay, Mg plus 2 ion irbeku. That is going to play a very important role. So already first year we kaltidare what are the important roles of the micro and macronutrients in case of our body. Okay, so especially these metal ions ಏನಾಗಿ help ಮಾಡ್ತಾವು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅನಿಮಲ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದರ ರೋಲ್ ನ ತೋರಿಸ್ತವೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ನೀವು ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ Mg+2 ion is going to what we call initiate or going to enhance the process of this what we call amino acid formation or the charging of the amino acid. So in presence of amino acid tRNA, that amino acid, okay, is now going to bind with ATP, and here instead of what we call ATP, we are going to get AMP. So here 2 phosphates, inorganic phosphates are going to be released. Ali ಹೊರಗಡೆ 2 inorganic phosphate release ಆಗ್ತವೆ. Okay, so and we are going to get only 1 phosphate. That is amino acid AMP complex ಆಗಿ form ಆಗ್ತದೆ. And the very interesting thing is that ಇಲ್ಲಿ enzyme complete ಆಗಿ ಹೊರಗೆ ಬಂದಿರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. So it is going to be still remaining there of the amino acid AMP complex. Okay, so ಇದಾದ ನಂತರ that is next this complex is going to react with tRNA, okay, a respective tRNA. So I am using here respective tRNA. That is, you have to carefully understand. Okay, so what you have to understand here, that is the tRNA, respective tRNA anta helidare. So every amino acid is having its own or the respective tRNA. So because we studied about anticodon, specific anticodon alli ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. That's why a specific amino acid is going to bind with a specific tRNA, very specific tRNA. Okay, so ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ next amino acid AMP enzyme complex. Okay, so ಇಲ್ಲಿ enzyme ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬಂದಿರೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ನು. It is going to remain with the amino acid AMP complex only. So amino acid enzyme complex is going to react with the tRNA, and now this tRNA, okay, so I am going to use T to represent the tRNA. Now this tRNA is going to bind with, okay, so this specific complex is going to bind with the tRNA, specific tRNA. This one is an amino acid, and here there is a release of AMP, okay, so from the complex. Okay, so ಇಲ್ಲಿ AMP release ಆಗಿ enzyme ಕೂಡ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ. Okay, so ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು enzyme ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆ enzyme ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ, and we are going to get the tRNA, activated tRNA. This is what we call amino acid tRNA ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. Now this amino acid is charged. Okay, so ಇಲ್ಲಿ only amino acid ಇರೋದು. This amino acid is going to bind with a specific tRNA and going to form what is what is called the charged amino acid. This charged amino acid is now able to easily what we call recognize its codon and able to bind with the specific codon. This is what we call amino acylation ಅಥವಾ amino acid charging ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಅಥವಾ activation of amino acids ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. So which enzyme is going to help here? Amino acyl tRNA synthase. Okay, it is going to synthesize the tRNA for the process called the translation. That's why the tRNA amino acyl tRNA synthase ಅಂತ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಕರಿತೀವಿ in the presence of Mg+2. And you know very well what's the difference between the I told you there is difference between the prokaryote and eukaryote. Slight difference between the prokaryote and eukaryotic of the translation. In difference in the file. So notidaga when you are going to take the first amino acid, okay, so first amino acid of both eukaryotic and prokaryotic. So we know very well there is a start codon and there is a starting amino acid. So a start codon is going to code for a specific amino acid. What is that? That is AUG. So start codon is having a specific amino acid. What is that? That is methionine. How that? So AUG is going to code for a specific amino acid called methionine. Okay, so prokaryotically and eukaryotically AUG is going to act like start codon, but the tRNA what is going to synthesize in a prokaryote and in eukaryote is having a slight difference. Okay, so what is that? So when there is a formation of tRNA for this AUG, there is an attachment of methionine amino acid to the tRNA. So AUG na code madodanta, okay, AUG na code madodanta anticodon iro tRNA methionine jothe attach agirutte. Okay, so here also we are going to get that is the tRNA is going to attach with the methionine. Okay, that is true. That is what we call only possibility that what we have in case of AUG case. Okay, in case of AUG. So next in case of prokaryote, there is a slight difference. What is that? So instead of formation of a simple methionine, they are going to form F-met methionine. F andre formulated. Okay, so there is no what we call the formation of the simple methionine. Eukaryotically, simple methionine formation avudinda. Simple methionine is going to bind with the tRNA. It is methionine amino acyl tRNA anta helabodu. So tRNA is carrying methionine anta helabodu. But here it is slightly modified. Okay, so that there is some purpose I am going to inform you later. That is the methionine here formulated. That's what is called formulated methionine anta now prokaryotically helabodu. That is a slight difference between the initiation or start or what we can say that is the initiation amino acid of the prokaryotic and eukaryotic the translation. That is the first difference that what we can see during the amino acid activation. And one more thing, very important thing that what we have discussed here, there is not tRNA heat by next process ali I am going to represent this end binding with the amino acid, means definitely this one is what? The 3' end. Okay, so that is 3' end of the tRNA. Okay, so don't forget this. That is we have 3' end here and 5' end here. Okay, so of course there should be two ends of tRNA also as in case of DNA. Okay, so 3' end and 5' end ee kade barodrinda, so we are going to get the codons here. Okay, so codons here, and the codons are present in this direction. So mRNA will be in a 5' to 3' direction. Howda? Okay, mRNA 5' and 3' direction irodrinda, okay, 3' direction irodrinda we are going to get that is 3' to 5' read agute. Okay, complementary what we call base pair rules irodu hage, that is 3' to 5'. So if it is a AUG, okay, then you are going to get UAC as an anticodon on tRNA. UAC is 3' to 5', that is UAC. Okay, so mRNA aagta ide 5' to 3', that is AUG. Okay, this is the slight difference that we have to concentrate while answering the questions regarding the codons and anticodons. So ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಅದರ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸಾರಿ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು what you call it for information, please kindly concentrate on this particular thing, that is how actually RNA is going to carry, that is always anti-parallel. Okay, anti-parallel is I'm taking the T, top of the T as a 3 dash and the bottom of the T as a 5 dash. Okay, so to convenient. Okay, so convenient agake na type barkotiದೆ. Got it? So this is regarding what the activation of amino acid. Okay, so next step is an initiation. Then what we study the next.